New here from the border, Governor Greg Abbott is not happy about a new Supreme Court ruling surrounding immigration. Today, justices ruled that the Biden administration can prioritize who gets deported from the U.S. Now, both Texas and Louisiana filed lawsuits against the Biden administration for changing their immigration priorities.
Well, controversy is building once again after ICE immigration police dumped dozens of asylum seekers across the state, including here in the capital city.
Louisiana is holding a record number of migrants detained at the border. Since last year, the Wynn Parish Correctional Center is just one of several jails to start detaining asylum seekers, making Louisiana an unlikely epicenter of the migrant detention under President Trump and bringing cash flow to rural areas.
Some are taking part in a nationwide day of action in response to the recent deaths and mistreatment of migrants at immigration detention centers. One of those deaths was in Louisiana at a facility in Gina. A 42-year-old man there died after spending more than a year in detention. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, he was being held despite being recommended for release. The initial cause of death was cardiac arrest.
As we reported last night, of the more than 51,000 migrants currently detained in the United States by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, upward of 8,000 are held in prisons and jails in Louisiana. In the last of our two-part report about the rapid expansion of ICE detention in Louisiana, we will hear from a local sheriff whose jail holds federal detainees.
They're on their way to Texas's southern border with Mexico, part of Operation Lone Star. That's in response to an overwhelming number of migrants illegally crossing into the United States. The Office of the Louisiana National Guard told us this morning that 50 soldiers based out of Shreveport are headed there for about 30 days, and then 2 more sets of soldiers will be sent for another 30 days at a time. They say this will help the Texas National Guard to prevent more border crossings.
Here in the capital city of Baton Rouge, Catholic Charities Diocese has mobilized to help a few thousand children who crossed the southwestern U.S. border and ended up in Louisiana.
I think that the children and their families are just caught in a power struggle between Republicans and Democrats competing over the Hispanic vote. It makes me want to do something about it.
The U.S. Supreme Court rejected a challenge by Texas to the Biden administration's policy on deporting certain immigrants. The court ruling was 8-1, with the opinion being written by a Trump-appointed justice. Fox 4 Stephen Dial live with what all this means moving forward. Stephen.
Yes, city leaders say about 60 asylum seekers were dropped off at the Greyhound bus station on Florida Boulevard. Senator Bill Cassidy says the current immigration crisis is a result of the, quote, failed policies from the Biden administration. Advocacy groups say it's time that lawmakers put away their differences.
The salaries of the employees have increased. The benefits have increased.
Advocates blame the administration for detaining legitimate asylum seekers who could otherwise be released with future court dates. They say the jails in Louisiana epitomize the problem.
Louisiana's Republican Governor Bobby Jindal has blasted the Obama administration for the recent influx, calling it a failure to secure the U.S. border. Like Jindal, some lawmakers also believe that the children should be sent back to their home countries.